Relax, 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 relax. Put your hands down. You understand everything. You understand everything. Let's say hello. Hello, my name is Lyudmila. This is my daughter, Glafira. She's 32 years old. 10 years ago, her heart stopped during childbirth. And we've been bedridden for 10 years now. You know, I could even say she was a homebody. After 9th grade, she entered the railway college, studied to become a train attendant, and she was building quite a good career. How do you say, ranks? She achieved the highest rank there. She was already working on branded trains. As for marriage, I was actually a little bit shocked. In July, he got out, well, how do I put it? He got out of the army, finished his service, and by November, the wedding had already happened. In February, she became pregnant.
Did Glafira have any problems during her pregnancy?
None at all. She was doing so well that honestly, I was scared. I was really scared because I thought, well, it just doesn't happen like that. Everyone has something, you know, some problems, some issues, something going on, at least morning sickness. She didn't have any of that. That was probably in the 8th month of pregnancy. Suddenly, she felt unwell at night. She woke me up and said, "Mom, my back hurts a lot." We called an ambulance. The ambulance came and took her. The doctor said preeclampsia. What is preeclampsia? I couldn't understand. They ran tests, found high protein in the urine that increased daily, but everyone just waited. I can't understand. Well, maybe it's because it's twins. They waited on Monday, the protein kept increasing. They waited on Tuesday, the protein kept increasing. They waited on Wednesday, and finally waited until Friday, when it already spiked. Well, they did a C-section. They planned it so that the pregnancy would end and, let's say, the illness would stop. Well, it didn't work here. She swelled up instantly. That's how she was. When I saw her in the intensive care unit, I froze. I couldn't even say a word. I looked and saw something lying there, swollen. Cardiac arrest and brain swelling, of course. I can't even describe it to you. I took her by the hand like this. She was so swollen, really swollen. I kept stroking her hand like this, and after about 20 minutes, all the swelling was gone. Then I took her other hand. When the head nurse came in, she looked and said, "What did you do to her?" "That's what motherly love means," she said. "Yes, they let me in there." So when they brought us, Glasha was taken to the 5th hospital. They brought her from the 6th to the 5th. It was actually her birthday. It was December 22nd. She was turning 22 years old. And they were taking us on the floor. Well, they were lifting us in the elevator, and they gave me the accompanying document. And while the elevator was moving, I quickly read it. I looked over the diagnosis there, and well, everything that was described, and it said that at 15:20 Bergdeep was noticed. Bradycardia? I don't recall. At 16:20, heart rhythm was restored. So I understood she was clinically dead for 40 minutes. No one told me anything. They didn't explain or say anything. But when I came to her, I saw that everything was covered in these blue. It was working. It must have been the machine. During her transfer, the doctor kept her at the 6th hospital, which is a maternity, not a regular hospital, for as long as possible. 3 months, then he transferred us to the 5th hospital. As soon as Glasha was transferred, the head nurse called me in right away and said, "What do you want to hear?" "She won't survive." They told me she wouldn't survive. She doesn't have any of the reflexes she's supposed to have. She can't swallow. She's just, well, basically the most important reflex, she can't swallow. They gathered everyone in the office and showed how Glasha was, just nothing. I told them, don't say that in front of her. They said, all right. They met in the office, then called me in. You believe in something that can't be. You believe in her recovery. Can you understand that she doesn't even have a single illusory chance of getting better? Not even a single illusory chance? And here you go around telling everyone that she's going to get better. You have a different task. Go cook, feed your grandchildren, and here she'll be taken care of. I stood up and said, you know what? There is still God. I gathered myself and left that office. Let's put it this way. The kids were born healthy. I don't remember the exact weight. Let's say Vasilisa was born at 2 kilos 600 and Nazar was 2 kilos 100. As the doctor said, the girl was so cute, really cute, but for some reason we decided that the boy, well, he wouldn't make it. He was very, weak. However, she said the boy began breathing and eating well. The doctor told us not to worry about the children. They're strong and will pull through. She said to worry about the mother. Well, the children, they lived in Bobruisk until the 1st grade, and then Sasha got married for the 2nd time, her husband. That's it, and the children went to the new family.
Do the children come to their mom?
Well, of course, first of all, right away, Marina always brought them here. They're in Bobruisk for the holidays and here during school. Marina is the matchmaker. Of course they come, but there's nowhere to walk or do anything here. They're already grown up. It's not interesting for them anymore. When they were younger, they used to come here more often. Now it's less. This is the House of Mercy. Glasha and I have been here for 10 years already. There is a rehabilitation center called Elios at the House of Mercy. We really like it here. The attitude is very good. And most importantly, there's a church here. This is my home. When I return home, I feel like a guest and want to come back here quickly. Yes, it's paid and very expensive. Accommodation, here is our single room. Accommodation per day costs 44 rubles and 50 kopecks. Is food provided in any way? Please, but I just don't have money for this food, so we feed ourselves. Well, of course, my husband is the maid. Only my husband is the breadwinner, that's all. If I can, I'm telling you, the only thing I can do, I can write letters. I write letters. Whoever wants to help us does so, but somehow with God's help we get by. And what about the caregiver's pension? Oh, come on, the caregiver's pension? Even after all the increases, it's just 258 rubles. That's the pension as of today. Well, you can go to the pharmacy, buy some medicine, and go to the store once. You know, when all of this happened, my relatives said, sue the doctors. I said, I'm not going to fight. It happened. We can't change it now. I'll save my strength so I can raise Glasha. Life has changed completely. Completely. Like a full 360 degrees. I was going one way, turned around and went the other. You understand? To take care of, to raise, to support a person like that, you have to give up your own life. There's no other way. At first I took her in while working, but eventually it became impossible. First of all, it was hard. At work, everyone would look at me with such sad eyes. So, how is it going? Yes, because that's how it is. So, I left my job. I went on maternity leave. I started taking care of Glasha. I didn't tear my hair out and I didn't let my family cry or wail. If I felt bad, I'd cry in the bathroom, then pull myself together. We just started fighting. I just lived. I don't know, maybe on autopilot, but I did everything as if Glasha would wake up and I would have to report to her this and that. I hired a cameraman to film us picking up the little ones. We baptized them. I filmed all of it so that later I could show Glasha. Look, this is how we picked up your kids, how we did this, how we did that. It was very hard. I'm just speaking from my own experience. If you worry, if you cry, then you have no strength at all. I just switched. That's just how life is. I have no regrets and don't dwell on the past. It's pointless. It happened and it's gone. That's it. It's over. There's no tomorrow. I don't know if I'll wake up tomorrow or not. When I turned 50 here, I thought everyone celebrated all those anniversaries. I thought, I probably won't even have that. When I turned 50, I decorated the room with lots of balloons. The doctors came in to congratulate me. One started crying and said, "When I saw your decorated room, I knew nothing could break someone like you. You understand? So what? I feel bad. I'm here. This is my life. But why should I deprive myself? I thought I'd have a birthday and buy myself a beautiful dress, even if no one was there. I'm alone. I think I'll decorate, wear a nice dress, order a cake, and treat my friends. Here, the staff, this is my big family. Glafira's father is just living his life peacefully.
Does he know?
He knows, of course.
And not...
No. Well, as my current husband says, there, it's hard for me at work. I have to come here, help out, do this and that. I say, I thank God that we are alive, walking and moving. He had a choice, either to take care of us or to go his own way and live only for himself. But he chose to take care of us. Reluctantly, but we're all together, thank God. He cares for Mom, but who cares for her? So when you live here, he lives there. I always live here and he always lives there. We have a marriage, as I say, like monks, brother and sister, that's all. The person accepted it and everyone drifted away. Illness shows it. It's a very good litmus test for who is really worth something. The relatives I counted on, the ones I thought would definitely stay with me, stepped aside, and the ones I never even thought about came to me. Do you understand? All my friends left.
No one is left, right?
No one is left. Yeah, sometimes they remember and call with sweet talk, like asking how you are, but what else? There was this one girl, I never even thought about her. Glasha, who was friends with her in childhood, the one she grew up with in the yard, that was childhood. Later, Glasha and Lyuba each had their own friends. That's how it turned out for us. It's very hard, it's a very difficult daily struggle. When you're ready for the fact that there's no one by your side except God, you'll be alone. Day and night, you won't have any holidays, weekends, or vacations, nothing. It's just you, Glasha, and God. Well, somehow we manage. Yes, our life has changed, but at least we're alive, and I don't consider myself unhappy.